right, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to give all the praise and the glory and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahah, Kodash, which has given me the spirit and the spirit to do this lesson. Shalom. Why double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, Rabbi rocking to the elect, beginning with 140 and 4,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. All right, Salaki. All right, we're gonna get right on into it. And just some, real quick I want to get into why I was on my spirit. All right. Just something real quick. It's simple. And Abarat Azad, it's edifying to those that may tune in to this sitting. Alright? But what I want to get into on how every single one of these heathens are going to be touched. Alright? Or rather, going into captivity. Alright? Every single last one of these different nations. Alright? The Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs, the Africans, and last but not least, the so-called white people, man. And there's other more, but hey, every single last one of these nations are going to be judged. Why? Because they have been found guilty before through the council of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and what's that council? All right, the prophets. All right, we have been given the power to judge. All right, we have been given the power Shalaki. We have been given the power to pronounce the judgment. All right, and evidence has been brought out against them. All right, because court is in session. All right, and they've been proven guilty. All right, because understand that they're going into captivity. All right, but that cannot be before they are proven guilty. All right, like they say in the world, in the courts, in this wicked world, proven. He said innocent to proven guilty. All right, so we're proving Esau, the so-called white people, and these other nations guilty. All right, and their demise, them going into captivity, will follow. Is going to follow. Okay, because when they go into captivity and they serve hardcore slavery, they gonna know why. All right, they are going to know why they are serving hardcore slavery, man. All right, so this is what I want to get into in this lesson. All right, and that's prophecy, because was in Jeremiah, the first chapter. He said he ordained us and appointed us to be a prophet unto the nations. All right. We are to prophesy the demise of these heathens, beginning with Esau, Edom. All right? It's my daily dose. All right, but like I said, all of them have been proven guilty. All right? And what are they guilty for? Guilty of touching the apple. Matter of fact, they're guilty of touching all the tribes of Israel. All 12 tribes. They're guilty of that. You nations are guilty of that. All right? Especially you, Esau, you so-called white people. You are guilty of touching the inheritance of the heavenly of Yahweh Shema Shah, whom you call God and Christ. All right? What is that? Zechariah, Salakia. All right? So, like I said, when these nations get punished, they are going to know why they're getting their ass whooped, man. Okay? Because we're telling them. They're being told. All right? All right, let's see. And I'm going, and this is heavy. This is a lesson that is, going out a lot because we in these times, man. We're definitely in these times, so it's going out more frequently. All right, different forms, different fashion, different ways. All right, but it's saying, hey, this topic is going out frequently, man, because we're in these times. All right. All right. This is Zechariah chapter 2. Verse 8, it says, "For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations." Whoo! And what is that glory? When Yahushua appears with all those chariots. All right? And he said, the nations, that's who he sent unto, which spoiled you. See, talking to us, which spoiled you, you so-called blacks, Negroes, Latinas, Native Americans, all right? And how did they spoil you? All right? They took your land. They took our land. They took everything that you had. All right? They killed us. They raped us. They debased us, man. All right? That's how they spoiled you. That's how they spoiled us. Okay? Brought us over here in those cargo slave ships. All right? They took us as possessions. That's how they spoiled us, man. They took us for spoil. All right? It says, after the glory hath he sent me. And this is Yahweh Shah speaking right here. If you didn't know. It said, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. All right, so see, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai is going to be sent. Yahweh Shai has got to get the decree from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh first, which proves what? That there's the Heavenly Father and the Son are two different entities, man. Okay? Two different entities. All right, so once again he said, for after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. That's right. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. All right? We are the nation that he has chosen. We are likened unto his woman, his wife. Think about it. A man touch your wife in an aggressive way, any kind of aggressive way, Look, think about it. This is a woman that you truly love, that you truly care about, man. All right? A man touches her in any aggressive way, what you gonna do? You gonna lose it. You gonna lose your shit, man. You fuck around and murder this guy, man. All right? So how much more with us being the Yahweh Shema Shah's wife, man, his woman. When you go into the word woman, it just means servant. You know, we are the nation that he chose. All right? And he's known to defend our nation, man. Anytime that we we're trodden under by these other nations, look what happened. All right, there's no new thing under the sun. You think this is any different? No. You think this time is any different? No. All right, we have turned back to our power, Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So what you think and we're crying unto him. So what you think gonna happen? Huh? What y'all think gonna happen? We finna find the fuck out, man. All right? So it says, proceeding, it says, for behold, I will shake my hand upon them. All right? That's a metaphor for Yahweh Shai rebuking them. He coming to rebuke them. All right? It says, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. Okay? And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. That's right. Let's go from there to Isaiah the 34th chapter. You see, because they gonna learn why they finna get their ass whooped. All right, and excuse my French, man, but topics like this could bring that, it ignites you, all right, fires you up, all right. Because we can't wait, man. This is what we waiting on. We want revenge. And we understand that the only way we're going to get that revenge is through Yahweh Shai. Hey, he got to get his first, because guess what? We wasn't the only one that was fucked over. Look what happened to him. He ain't got his revenge for that yet. All right? So once again, these other nations are going to get dealt with for what they done to Israel. And guess what? Yahweh Shai is a part of our nation. He's from the tribe of Judah. All right? Matter of fact, before I get what I was going to get in Isaiah, let's get this in Revelation, man. Y'all should know where I'm finna go. Okay? He ain't forgot about what y'all did to him, man. And when he rose from the dead, he didn't get to get that revenge. All right? He didn't get that revenge. So that's what he's waiting on. So this is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds. That's right. That's what Yahweh Shai coming with, a fleet of ships. All right? That's what those clouds represents. That's a dark saying for those ships. Okay? It says, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. Now, how, when Yahweh Shai cracked that sky open and enters into this realm, how are they that pierced him when he was on the cross going to see that? Going to see him crack the sky open? It's going to see him coming with the clouds. How? I'm going to tell you how. Because they're back in the flesh. They've been reincarnated. All right? And they're here on the planet Earth for one purpose only. To be judged. Okay? Matter of fact, Let's get the book of Job. This is the book of Job. Chapter 21, verse 30, it says that the wicked is reserved. All right? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. All right? What's the day of destruction? When Yahushua returns, it says, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. It's like it. All right? It said, they shall be brought forth. Let me see. Okay, let me see. It's another one. All right. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. It says, Job chapter 21, verse 30 says that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. All right? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. All right? So, hey, that's why they're here. To be judged, ultimately. Okay? They're here ultimately to be judged for what they have done. All right? So, let's get Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 34. And verse 8, it says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. That's right, when Yahushua returns. All right? Because like I said, you know, he got to get revenge for what was done unto him. Okay? So, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. All right? For what they did to Israel. So this is what Yahushua, when he comes back, is going to do. He's going to fuck these nations up for what they did to him and for what they did to us. Okay? So, let's see. It's something else I got in mind. This is Obadiah. Man, I love this. This right here is beautiful, man. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, which is only one chapter. Verse 15, it says, for the day of the Lord. What's the day of the Lord? That's when Yahushua comes. That's when Yahushua comes with those innumerable multitude of chariots, man. Or what the world calls spaceships. It said, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. Upon all the heathen. So, wait a minute. I thought other nations had a chance to be redeemed. I thought they was given a chance. Like everybody else, like Israel, man. But see, the scriptures don't say that, man. The scriptures don't say that. He said that the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. Every single last one of them, okay? The so-called white people, the Chinese, the Japanese, like I said, the Africans, all right? You know? And the list goes on. You know, these East Indians, all right? The list goes on, man. All the heathen, okay? Not one of them would be left out. Not one of them will be exempt from this judgment. All right? You see? And I love doing lessons like these because, believe it or not, these type of lessons are being viewed from these heathens. You know, from these wicked elites. All right? These high banking families. They know, they see these lessons. All right? They see them. Trust me, these words, these digital epistles are not going out void. They're not going out in vain. Okay? All right, it says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Right? This is a message to these heathens, man. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. That's right. They also going into captivity. All right. He that leadeth into captivity, Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. I don't know how the hell is down. That's crazy. But yeah, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right? All right? He said, he said, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee, and thy reward shall return upon thine own head. That's right. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. It said, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, right, that's us. All right, we was led over here in cargo slave ships as slaves. We got beat, we got hung, all right? We got tortured. Okay? It says, so shall all the heathen drink continually. See, this book teaches that that the heathen don't stand a chance, that these other nations don't stand a chance, man. All right? So it said, so shall the heathen drink continually. All right. What does scripture say? That these curses in Deuteronomy, what it say? These curses that was brought, he gonna take the curses that he put upon us off of us and put upon those that hate us. All right. He said, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. That's right. You see? So, all the heathen, right, will be going into all these different nations will be, going into a lower state. And that's captivity, slavery. All right, because, like I said earlier, they're all guilty. This is why they're going to see. This is why they're going into captivity. Like I said, the nations, they're gonna know why they're going into captivity, because they've been found guilty of touching the apple of the Yahweh Shema Shah eye. That's a precept I want to get. Okay. Okay, yeah, right here in the Apocrypha. Let me pull the Apocrypha out. Yeah, this is the Apocrypha. In the Apocrypha, the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 9. It says, "Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity." Right. This is talking about what happened to Jerusalem in the time of Antiochus Epiphanes. All right. It says, her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. All right. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. And what was that? And what's those glorious vessels? All right. That's also represents the Israelites, the people of Israel. All right. It says, we're going to start at 8. It says, her temple has become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. That's right. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. Right. Verse 10, this is the point. It says, what nation hath not had a part in her kingdom? You see that? Let me read that again. It says, what nation have not had part in her kingdom? So all these damn nations, man, I just named a few, are guilty of laying hand on a precious nation, on a chosen nation of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? All these nations that are on planet Earth outside of Israel are guilty, have did us in, man. All right? Now this goes back to going back into history, going back since the time of ancient Egypt when we was under that captivity, under the Ramesses. All right? Going back, they gonna pay for that. All right. Matter of fact, let me get some real quick in the book of Obadiah, Isaiah, which in Isaiah, his name in the Hebrew is Yeshaya. Yeshaya. This is Isaiah chapter 60. This is Isaiah chapter 60. Let me see. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, and the sons of strangers, that's these other nations, all right? That's talking about the people of the other nations that are living and breathing now in these times, all right? It says, and the sons of strangers, right? And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Yep. Therefore thy gates shall be opened continually. That's right. For them to bring that their gifts. All right. It said, they shall not be shut day nor night. Oh, yeah. And it says it. It says, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings, now listen to this, that the men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. All right? And that their kings may be brought. Gave you a good example. The ancient king Ramesses. All right? You think he got away with what he did? Hell no. They're gonna have to pay for that, man. All right? It says, and their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. All right? I'm going to jump down to 14. It says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. That's right. The sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. Right. This is reincarnation right here. All right. You know, this is like a and what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, you're gonna meet them again. Those that did you wrong, we gonna see them again, man. All right, we gonna see them again. We gonna know who they are. All right, we're reading it right here. It says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. You see that? Pleading and begging. All right. Okay. So, yeah. Back to First Maccabees 2:10. It says, what nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? And gotten of her spoils. Once again, the Israelites. All right? They all laid a hand on us. Every single last one of these nations. And I gave you a good example too. Going back to ancient Egypt. All right? Syria. All right? And their kings. Okay? They're going to have to give account for that. They're going to have to answer for that. Okay? All this is coming. All that happened in the past, all that they did in the past, man, they're going to have to give account, have to answer for that in these days, man. In these days right here that we living in. You see, that's why it's such a beautiful time to be living. All right? That's why it's such a beautiful time to be alive. We finna see this. You know, the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, and how they taxed us, how they trampled us, man, how they did us, man. All right, and this is an extension of their Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire. All right, so this is why this place is gonna fall so heavy, man. So yeah, with that, let me get Baruch, book of Baruch. Damn. Okay, past it. All right, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 1, chapter 2, Salakia, chapter 2, verse 4. It says, moreover, he hath delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms. You see that? That he is talking about Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. He put us there, of course. All right? But the point is that we were under subjection of all the kingdoms. Every single last kingdom. I just named you some. Egypt, Babylon, the Neo-Babylonian Empire, the Assyrian Empire. All right? All these kingdoms leading up that led up all the way to this empire. All right? Any empire that you can name or go in history and find and look up, we were dominated by. All right? And done wrong by, man. So once again, all you nations, all you heathens are guilty. And this is your punishment. You're going into captivity. You finna get tortured. All right? You finna get your dominion stripped from you. Everything taken from you. All right? So once again it said, moreover, he hath delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms that are round about us, to be as a reproach and a desolation among all the people round about, where the Lord has scattered them. That's right. So, yeah, man. And my phone finna die too. How much time I got live? 18%. Alright, okay. I'm gonna cut this short, man. But the point has been made, man. All these heathens are about to answer for the decision. All right. So, like I said, I didn't want to make this long anyway. Something, pretty simple. And Lord willing, is edifying to those of you that are of the hopefully elect. And until next time, I say Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Racha. Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Racha Kadash Brakathum. Wa Abba Shalom.